What's up guys, today we're going to be going over this pixelated distortion transition. I think it looks very cool, pretty unique, and it's actually not so difficult to do, so we're going to be going over this together in this video. Real quick before we go on with this tutorial, I want to let you know about my brand new pack, New Wave Effects. New Wave Effects allows you to get those grungy transitions, those clean flash transitions, and basically all of the effects that emulate the new wave aesthetic that you're going to see from artists like K-Suave, Summers, and even lazerdim. There are over 20 plus drag and drop presets, and they're extremely easy to use. You just have to slap them on an adjustment layer and you have a crazy result. Since we just launched, it is actually on sale right now, so make sure to check it out. And on top of that, I left a discount in the description. Enough yapping, let's get straight into the video. So we have two clips right here in which we're gonna transition out of. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna create a new adjustment layer. So you can right click new adjustment layer. So the first effect that we're gonna select is the levels effect. We're gonna make the image flicker a little. It's gonna look pretty cool. So we can start from, let's cut this right here, Command Shift D until there. Yeah, maybe even a bit less. That is perfect. So okay, we're gonna keyframe the histogram, and then we're gonna play around with the input black and the input white. So let's go a frame further, and then we're just gonna play with these. So it's really all about like randomizing your selection. So it's not anything precise. You really want it to be kind of random because it's an intuitive effect where it's like it's supposed to look jittery and flickered. So it doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing. So you can move it over just like this, let's say, and make this a little more black. Let's go a frame further, and then you want to go back a bit to where you were, not completely, but a little. Next frame, let's do the same thing. Boom. Let's go a bit further. Let's go back a little. This one, let's make it really bright. Let's say really black here. Let's go back. So as you can see, it's not really anything super precise. I'm beginning to make it really bright. Even this one, I could just put it like this and keep it black. And then that one, we're gonna make it super white, just like that. And then let's go back. Let's progressively decrease it until we're back at our previous point. And then let's just reset it right here. Let's look at what we have. So it's pretty subtle, but we get a nice flickering kind of image. And then the next effect that we're going to select is the curves effect. This is going to help us as well really create the look that we're going for. So let's keyframe the stopwatch right here at the beginning. And then let's create a couple points right here. So one right here, one at the midpoints, and one at the highlights. So that is going to allow us to tweak them and make some really cool image. So just like the previous one, you kind of want to just randomize it. We can do something like this at the first frame. Maybe something not too crazy at the beginning, put it back a little. Second frame, we can go for something a bit crazier like this. As you can see, you get these really cool colors. So that's what we're gonna play with in order to get our effect. And then we can make the highlights really up. Let's say, wow, look at those colors. That looks so cool. Now let's lower this. Yeah, maybe we can do something like this. That looks pretty cool. Further down as you go, you try and make the image a little more like normal. You can press reset to put it to its original state. So you get this really cool color now. Like this flicker really adds up to that like distortion kind of look that we're going for. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna apply a tritone effect. So we're gonna go into the midtones and make it red, voila, something like this. In the middle, we're gonna keyframe it, blend with original, keep it at 0% so that it's red. And then let's go at the beginning and let's make this 100% to each extremities. That way it comes back to the original color. So now as you can see, it's becoming red. And now to really make it distort, we're gonna add a directional blur effect. So this is the effect that's really gonna give us that blur that we're looking for and the distortion as well. So what I usually do is I just keyframe this. I leave it to 0 at the beginning and at the end. So you can press U to go into your keyframe properties, make another keyframe here. In the beginning, I just raise it up to something pretty big. Like, let's look at what we have. And now as you can see, it still appears like really digital. So what I do is I put the directional blur before everything. So now all of the effects kind of play with that. As you can see, that looks really nice now. So what we can do also is add a bit of glow, maybe put it to 0.8 at its peak. When it's there, we're gonna increase the glow radius, make the intensity 0.8, keyframe it at the beginning, make it 0, and at the end as well. And let's raise it up to maybe there. There we go. So that's a really cool effect right here. So this is pretty much how you would do one of these effects from scratch, but it does kind of take a long time to make. So let's say if you're editing a music video, that would take a long time to do all of these from scratch. So that's why I created my new pack, New Wave Effects, that I just launched. And I'm actually so proud of this pack, and I'm sure it's gonna help you tremendously. So let me show you how it works. All right, so right now we're just gonna hide this effect that we made. And basically what I mean by drag and drop is it's literally drag and drop. So let's create a new adjustment layer, and then when we go into our effects, we're gonna have our New Wave Effects. So it's 20 plus drag and drop presets, and let's just say we drag 1400 there. You press U, and then you want to put it in the middle between the two clips, just like this, and then you play it, and you get instantly this really cool like trippy red kind of transition, or you could even say OPM. It looks really nice. We even have one more fit for like the laser dim kind of like distorted style. So let's just pick signal stretch, put it there, and as you can see, really get like that stretchy signal feel to it. There are so many, like these are so fire, guys. Look at this one. So we could be doing this for hours, but I'll let you discover the rest of the presets for yourself. It'll be available in the description, and I even left a special discount for you. So make sure to grab it while you can. With that said, let's get right back into the tutorial. All right, so our transition looks very fire, but it's not really like pixelated the way we want. So that could be one, but what we're going for is more of a like pixelated kind of look. So we're gonna go into our effects and grab the mosaic effect. For now, let's put it at the bottom and after all of the other. So basically the logic with that effect is at the beginning, we're just gonna put it to 2000 by 2000 so that we see everything. And it's really all about like choosing one of the two. So it's like horizontal and vertical. When the horizontal has many pixels, you want the vertical to not have many, so it really creates that glitch effect. You'll see what I mean when we do it together. So you want to go to command right. We're gonna go a bit further on, command right, and then let's say I make this 60 pixels horizontal. We're gonna keep the vertical block how it is for now, and then let's make this 70 pixels, and then we can make that one 120. The other one, let's just, and now we're not gonna really do it precisely. We're gonna go with the fill. So now I'm gonna decrease this, something like that. Now let's decrease this and increase that one. Yeah, so it's basically just about randomizing and just figuring out like what fits best for you. There aren't any like precise methods to it. So but as we get like the closer to the peak, that's when you really want to make the pixels happen. So that's when you put like the less pixels in the settings. That's what I could like that. Yeah, at its peak we could put it to something like this, and then let's just kind of slack off on the pixels afterwards like that. Let's decrease it, and then let's go 2 frames there. Then let's just put it back to the beginning, so 2000 by 2000. There we go. So now let's look at what we have. You get this really cool like mosaic feel, super fire. So with that said, let's look at our final result. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and if it brought you any value, please consider subscribing. We're on our way to 5K. And please let me know in the comments what type of tutorials you would like me to cover next. Also, if you still feel like learning, watch this video right here. It'll help you. I'll see you there. Peace.